I have filled a decent amount of sketchbooks in my life, 6 to be precise, and currently on my 7th. One of my favorite things to watch is sketchbook tours, since they really show you things about a person that maybe you wouldn't see on the outside. Therefore, I wanted to do a quick tour of my old sketchbooks, and this is the first part. So let's not waste any more time and jump right into it.
So this is the first sketchbook, the very first sketchbook I ever got. So here it says it's from 2020 to 2022, and this, I actually didn't write the date when I got it, so this is what I think it is. I estimate it to be from 2022 kind of. I don't know why I colored this in black. It was white at first. I colored everything black for some reason. Alright, first drawing. Interesting. Alright, so you may or may not recognize this, but I did use it for a reel at one point to show progress and stuff. But yeah, this was supposed to be some sort of monster design, I assume, where it's half cat, half dragon. Yeah, the arms are also like wrong way, I think. Some more. At least I drew on the other side of the page and didn't just waste a bunch of paper. I remember this one very well, where I did a bunch of the little circles for the scales, and then I was going to color it all in, and then I got really lazy and said, nah, this is taking too much time. So yeah, and this one, this was the sketch for one of the completed drawings that if you watched my looking through old art video, I show it in that. Some more just sketches. Sorry for the noise, that's my chair. Like a sea serpent, some kind of a fish. Yeah, I'm not going to talk much about these because, again, I mean, they're just like small sketches, and I don't necessarily remember a lot about when I was creating them because that was like too long ago. So again, this one is kind of similar to one I showed in the other video. This one is upside down for some reason, but yeah, just a drawing of a little dragon coming out of an egg. Again, upside down. Why is it upside down? But finally we have some color in this one, like a sea Pegasus horse or something. Yeah, sorry if you can't see very well. I don't know how much the camera is picking up on the pencil. Yeah, maybe it's not picking up a lot. More just things. This, I remember this one. This was supposed to be one of the Lego Star Wars robots. Speak correctly. And I guess this was around Christmas time. And this is a DJ Fish. I tried doing something realistic with perspective. Whoa. Yeah, didn't turn out very well. You can see the faint silhouette of a profile. But yeah, that didn't turn out very nice. And just a pizza slice. Guess I was hungry with this one. This pizza slice looks pretty decent, actually. Oh, here we go. And a small Pokemon phase. So this, I cannot remember the name of the Pokemon, but it is a Pokemon. I just added a bunch of patterns on its face. And then here I tried to make my own Pokemon. With, yes, it's got backwards elbow, I guess. And knees, don't worry. A butterfly. This is really frustrating. I have to turn it all the time. Yeah. Weird airplane looking butterfly. And then this was I guess, first stage of a Pokemon, like a parrot. Second stage, and then last stage. Kind of got like a Bulbasaur vibe with this one. I'm just gonna move my chair because it is not comfortable. There you go. So. I think I was just taking like online quizzes with this, and I just used my sketchbook. This, I have a stuffed animal that it does not look like this. I did not capture it very well. It looks possessed with the white eyes. And here, ooh, now we're getting serious. Okay, so this is where I started taking art more seriously. You can instantly see the difference between this and then this. And here I did put a date. So this was in 2020. So yeah, I remember I looked at a YouTube tutorial. I won't be able to find the original tutorial or creator anymore because it was so long ago, but I watched a bunch of his tutorials and would recreate them. So this cat was from his tutorial, and then I used the skills that I learned from that video to make my own cat. I think it looks okay. Obviously this one looks much better, but it's not terrible. And then I tried to draw a cat from imagination. It did not turn out well. And we're back to tutorials. Got a duckling, or just a duck, not really a duckling. This was also made in 2020. A horse. I remember being really proud of this horse. And it's pretty good actually. Same day as the duck one. An eyeball. It's pretty veiny for an eyeball. Still the same day. Oh yeah, and then here I redid the horse. It's worse than before. And I wanted to try to do the rest of the body, but for some reason I thought that this was the shoulder. But only later did I realize that it wasn't. It's actually the back of the horse. He's just turning. A wolf. This one looks pretty decent. I like it. I like it a lot. Yeah. The face, I feel like the head is a little small, but the neck may be too thick, but I don't know. Got some Animal Crossing characters. Oh, and this I tried to recreate one of the drawings from one of my favorite books about dragons. The thing is that the book is very, very big, and so I couldn't manage to fit the dragon on the small page. So it's kind of squished. KK, who looks strange. And now, okay, you know what? I'm gonna skip some of the sketchbook because I want to make a different video talking about the origin kind of my comic and where it all started. And this kind of is the beginning of it, so I don't want to spoil too much. So I'm just gonna flip through a couple of these, but yeah, the majority of the rest of the sketchbook is like squirrels and chipmunks and flying squirrels in this style kind of. So I'm just gonna quickly sift through these and then we'll move on to the next one. This is completely unrelated. Also completely unrelated. Yeah, some of the things are not related, but a lot of it, I suppose. I think. Maybe not. I'll talk when things are related to the project. Like here, just a random wolf. And a fire horse. And we're back to it. This is some more art from tutorials from the same person. Some optical illusion, except that I failed because the line right here is not angled right. It's supposed to be like this. Oh, I remember this one. I was super proud of this, and it still looks, I mean, it's interesting. I didn't know deers had such a strong jawline, but I digress. The eyes are very far apart, but I like the gems and everything. And I remember always going back to add more like cross hatching out here because it would always get smudged. Because when I would close my sketchbook, it would always get smudged. Some cute dogs. They're very cute. And that's pretty much it. That was quick for the first sketchbook. On to the second. Second sketchbook, 2022 to 2023. Sketchbook number 2, here we go. This is gonna be a little annoying to flip through because it is a vertical sketchbook. Nice flower. The phone will really not focus. Okay, that's better. A doe is my best friend's dog. So cute. Some more flowers. I thought this illustration looked really cool with the whale and it's supposed to be underwater, but then there's a light bulb, and inside the light bulb it's another ecosystem or whatever. Anyway, I thought it looked cool. Cats. Oh yeah, here I started drawing cats a lot more, so be prepared for a lot of cat drawings. I'm gonna zoom in a little because you can barely see anything. Okay, there we go. A cat. Oh, some pigeons. Oh, this is gonna be so annoying to flip through. Gosh. Some pigeon characters. I like this one. This guy's my favorite. This, I remember I just wanted to make some sort of city dystopian landscape that looked really full, I guess. So I kind of got the essence I wanted, though don't look at the perspective. There literally is no perspective in this thing. But I like, you think that this bucket would be floating, but there's actually a string going from here to here, but you can barely see it. You can see a little bit over here. Oh, goodness gracious. I completely forgot about this guy. Yeah, no comments. We'll just skip him. Oh, these are his children. These are his children. Toto and Kiki. They're interesting. A map of the world. For some reason, I don't know. Why are you not focusing? Thank you. And this, everybody, is where I started taking art lessons. I mean, I already took art lessons before. You can see, like, nothing. Do you see better? Turn the light on. Not really great. You can see nothing. But yeah, there's a tree here. So this is where I'm started taking more quote-unquote serious art lessons to learn more about how to actually draw, not just go in, draw something, and be like, oh, nice, I drew something. So yeah, there will be some like art lesson stuff. You can see nothing. This looks like an empty piece of paper on the camera. Ugh. You can still see nothing. What the heck? But I promise you there are clouds on this page. Just trust me. Started drawing a tree. Actually drew a tree. Okay, this is like crazy. You can see nothing. It's so blurry. There we go. Does the light even do anything? If anything, it makes it look worse. Learning about composition. If you could see a dang thing. Wait, what if I open the second blind of my window? Maybe you'll see something. Is this better? Oh god. Not really. Okay, I'm just sort of getting frustrated. But hey. Oh, some more doggies that we can see. Ooh, I tried to do a tree with a cloud and some, a hill. A cat. I think this is our first cat. Well, technically not the first one because they were the ones from the first sketchbook. Our first stylized cats, I'll say. It's empty. And another cat. Yay! This is Tiger. Tiger. And this, everybody, is Swallow Goose. Yes, they have warrior cats' names. Yes, there are warrior cats. I think Swallow Goose was, if I remember correctly, I think they were supposed to be either from ThunderClan or RiverClan. But anyhow, I suppose that not everyone will get the reference. Trout Star. Oh, Swallow Goose. Stop. We don't care about you anymore. Trout Star. I got a black marker, and so I wanted to make every cat have some black. Because at first I couldn't have them any black. Because my black colored pencil was like this. Can't really draw anything. Yeah, but I could only draw them sitting. When they were standing, they always looked strange. Half pelts. I think, yeah, I got some black, but I didn't want everything to be black, so just half of it. Can't get too crazy. Oh yeah, about standing cats. We have here sand. See, it just looks off. It's not terrible, it just looks off. Kind of, uncanny valley. This, I remember I found the pose or something like that on Pinterest or something like that. But yeah. This is a Juno character I drew once and then completely forgot about. Another empty page. Some clothing. Fantasy satchel and clothing, I suppose. A mouse. And a cat. I remember, I think I saw this one also on Pinterest, and I thought the style looked pretty cool, so I wanted to recreate it, and I created Soleil. Soleil. I almost said Soleil. Soleil. I like the colors and the patterns. And the line work. See, this is the type of sketchy line work I like. But see how, for example, here it's too repetitive, and then all along the tail here just looks too scratchy, you know? But here it looks pretty neat. And here on the cheek fluff. Some more composition. I quite like this one. And then here I got some new pencils. I tested them out. Drew a little guy and an apple. Oh, just a text for creating a character. Who is right here? 2023, I even signed it. Yeah, so this is a character I had already created before. For just a type of universe where maybe I'll like redraw her or other characters from her universe. But yeah, it was a universe where there were these human-like creatures, but they didn't have a face. As you can see, they had like symbols on their faces. And they also, I don't know why, I simply wanted to have like bones showing, so they would have some chunks taken out of them. And this was Syrian. That was her name, Syrian. Oh, wrong way. And this was another character from that universe, and her name is Phi. Complete name, if I remember correctly, is Phytotelmia or something like that. But for short, it's just Phi. Phy. So yeah, this was before the teacher taught me proportions and a little bit about anatomy, just like how to draw a normal looking human being, and this was after. So we have some improvement, though she is lacking some toes or shoes, I don't know. Empty. Just some random sketches. More text. And a bunny. I remember I wanted Syrian to have some sort of magical pet. And so I invented her this rabbit that was supposed to have wings, but I didn't end up drawing the wings. And his name was supposed to be Tony. And written right here. Yeah, in the end, she doesn't have anything, actually. She does not have a pet bunny with wings, sadly. Another cat. This one is kind of standing on its hind legs. And it's called Lion Tail. Nice, I like it. Since I never really wanted to use all of my colored pencils because I was afraid that I wouldn't have any left, almost, like, a lot of the cats are white with some colored patterns, but they're rarely like a full color other than white. This, some sort of evil ghost cat named Carmen. I like the smoke effect I got from the eyes. Try to do composition work. Ooh, learning about perspective. How fun. I actually like perspective. I think it's pretty fun once you know how to do it. So yeah, practice by drawing houses. A lot of boxes, as you can see. A lot of them. Oh, this page was ripped out. Ooh, learning about structure, about movements. Interesting. There's one here. I got it kind of falling. And then here, climbing, I suppose. Another cat. Oh, wait, first of all, there's something here. This guy stretching. He's very long. But anyway, here's a cat. And the cat, for some reason, is named Calico. Well, we're almost at the end of the sketchbook too. It's called Calico. Oh, this was composition work for a final piece. I don't have the final piece in the sketchbook because I took it out of the sketchbook. Some more perspective. Going on with even adding a fence. And then this also was work for perspective and drawing house in perspective. This was supposed to be Serene's home and her family. Random no-faced character. Oh wait, I remember. This was supposed to be, well, I never finished it because she was supposed to also have symbols on her face, but I created a character. Why is everything blurry? Character that like worked in a circus, and she was like the animal handler, and then she ran away with the animals or something like that. And her name was supposed to be Ruby. Wait, Ruby, or was that one of the animals' characters? I don't remember. Mushroom Girl. Silhouette. Silhouette. No, this is like a weird stick guy. Oh, animal legs on people. Just copied down the entire lesson from Flying Canvas, I believe the channel was called. And then also here about wings. I just literally copied everything. And then I tried drawing the wings on Syrian because in the end I think I decided I wanted her to have wings. Because at first it was supposed to be some sort of spiritual animal that gave her wings or something. But in the end I just think I gave her wings just in general. And she was supposed to have like bird legs, but this looks terrifying. And it's already the end. Wow, that was quick. Okay, I think... Oop, that was loud. I think we have time for one more sketchbook, and then I'll have to do the others in part 2, or else this will be way too long. Next sketchbook, sketchbook number 3. Is there even a date? Yes, 2023, 2024. Let's get started. So this, I had an internship with an artist who draws like for children's books or something like that. And for this project, he had to draw a bunch of pictures for, you know, one of those vacation books for kids. And so he gave me like some of these to do as an exercise. So that's why I have a bunch of these types of illustrations. Even more here. Ooh, character. Oh yeah, this was text for an illustration. Sketching pose ideas and everything. This was supposed to be another character from the same universe as Serene, who was a half polar bear. Oh, I remember this. This was a fun exercise. I had to take like a food and then a mood. And so here was mushroom and, or not always a mood, also a job. So mushroom and pilot, apple happy, celery, and I can't show you everything, so I'll have to show you sideways. And raspberry policeman. And I ended, oops. Yeah, they're not all attached completely because I took a lot of them off the paper, so I gotta be careful. Yeah, I liked the raspberry policeman so much that I drew him again. And his name is Bob. A cat. For once, it is not fully white. And I tried to do correct lighting by having the shadow go past and just, I used to pillow shadow, that's what it's called. Another one. Tried different face shapes and everything to make them more different. Here, here's when I started to get obsessed with the concept of D&D and stuff like that. So I made a monk tiefling with a purple and yellow color scheme. I drew her. Can't even remember her name, so... Oh, it's right here. Stormtongue was her name. So yeah, I drew her again. Some different poses and everything. Yeah, I was a little bit obsessed with her, so I drew her a bunch. Oh, and here we got some architectural study. Just drew different structures. Some with perspective, some a little more without. It still has perspective, but it's less prominent, I suppose. Some more text for an illustration. Concept drawings for said illustration. House. Composition for said illustration. Nothing. House plan, I guess. Another cat. Doesn't have a name, but he's cute. I like him. I like the color palette of white and orange. Oh, another tiefling character. This was a different one. I don't remember her name though. Oh, I think it was Atlas. Atlas, yeah. A bunch of cats. Yeah. So this, I think, if you go like down my Instagram page, like far down, I have these posted somewhere. Just a bunch of quick sketches. Why everything's so blurry? There we go. Just quick sketches. A bunch of cats. Just doing cat things. Yeah. Some thumbnailing. Some more text for an illustration. Composition for said illustration. And then this here was the final composition. I like how it kind of looks like a video game design where the character is like super small in a big wide world. This is also my Instagram. So yeah, here's when I, started posting on Instagram. I actually really like these. I started doing sketches with a pen so that I wouldn't erase as much. And this was the product of that. There's even more. Yep, there's even more right here. And I think it made me improve on my line confidence. I especially like this buffalo right here in the water. Did the same with some cats and decided to even color them with some markers. What is that? Yeah. Exactly. Some more cats. I was debating whether it should be gray or brown. Ended up with the gray version. I like the blue background, the shapes. I think this one was the only one I posted because I didn't like the other two. position. It's squeaking. Here I replicated some paintings from other artists. I did not mark down the artist though, so yeah, sorry for that. I quite like this one. I like how the shadow came out and how it really looks like the paintbrush is being pressed against the planks. Here I tried some more pen sketches. I don't know, page didn't start well, so I kind of stopped. Tried to sketch with a colored pencil this time because it is much easier to correct mistakes in the inking stage later, but you cannot erase it very easily. So I did that. Here's another cat. I think this was supposed to be Ash for another character from a book. Some hands. Quite like these two. Probably that's why they're the only ones I colored. I feel like here it looks too much like French fries, the fingers. And then here I got the, wait, let me find it. I got the Ohuhu like skin color marker sets. So that's why I drew some skin. Tried to draw portraits. Those ones looks like okay. Tried to draw a person with wings. Another hand with some, what do you call those, fins? Again, to see the colors in action. Here I was like, oh yeah, I'm totally gonna do a animation walk cycle on paper. Yeah, of course. And then this is just because I on the other side there's this, because I drew on the little papers like squids. No, that's not what they're called. Or maybe it's squids, I don't know, on little paper, and so put it here. Color in the background. These two are characters from a book I had started to write with a friend. Book is currently on hold since like 2 years ago. But let's just skip. Let's go to another thing. And here, started creating Basil, if you know who that is. Got a cute bunny with a flower hat. And Basil, just like I said, he is right here. If you've seen my latest video about art tropes that I love, I briefly spoke about Octavia. So Basil is one of her friends. They're in the same universe. I loved drawing Basil. I really liked his face shape and his hair shape, and I loved everything about him. So I tried to draw another character for that universe, and it failed. What is this? What is that? That looks like Malfoy. Let's just skip. I can't keep looking at this. Oh, look. A full inked version of Basil. I feel like he's too tall here, but that's okay. Here, I really started trying to get better at inking with more line variation and use all of the different pen widths I owned instead of just one. Looks pretty cool. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I was planning to do an AMV about Basil. So I had sketched out all of the different frames and ideas. But I never ended up doing it because I don't have the patience for that. Some more clothing drawings. A cat. What is that on my left? What is that? That is terrifying. Oh, goodness gracious. No, I can't look at that. Oh, look, some more ink sketch animals. Haha, awesome. His legs are too long, I think. I like this one. I like the movement in its ears. Some more here. The mouth is too low, I think. I don't know. I had fun doing the hair, though. The hair looks great. Ooh, I think this is the beginning. Yep. Beginning of Mermaid 2024. So yeah, I'm just gonna quickly go through these because if you want to look at them, they're all on my Instagram page if you wanna have a look. So I'll just quickly go through, just blop blop blop. And that's the end. Oh, there we go. Alright, so those were my first 3 sketchbooks. Like I said, I don't really have time to look at all the others, or else this video will be like 2 hours long, which I cannot keep making videos that are too long. I cannot.
This was the end of part 1. I'll get the second part ready for next week probably, so you can look forward to that. Looking back at some of these older sketches is both horrifying and satisfying to see how far I've already come. Alright, that's it from me. See you another time, hopefully.